nutraMetrix, how are you? This is our national live interview series where we bring you an expert with nutraMetrix, giving you all of the information that you need to know about some of our great products, programs, services, and how our providers are working with these right here with nutraMetrix. And so I hope our guest, hey Kathy, how are you from Canada? Nice to see you. We're just waiting on Liberty. And today I am joined by someone really special. So Liberty Freeman, I'll tell you a little bit about Liberty. Oh, I see Liberty here. Oh, Liberty, the ad went away. So let's see if we can get you on. Liberty might have to go off the broadcast and back on the broadcast because I had a, here, let's see, off and on, and you can request Liberty to even join the broadcast. So that should work, but make sure your phone's sideways. Don't hear sound. Kathy, I don't know if it's just you. Does anyone else hear sound? I know we have a couple people here on the broadcast. Deborah, do you hear the sound? Do you mind telling us if you hear the sound? Had a couple of technical difficulties here this morning. So Kathy, it might just be you. Might just be your broadcast. But oh, here is Liberty. Let's see. Thanks, Paula. Thanks for letting us know. Liberty!
Hi!
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. Now that we got it working, I'm good.
We got it working. That's half the battle I find with technology. It's not even getting the information out. It's getting the technology to work. So I haven't even told them about you yet, Liberty. So let me do that. Occupational therapist, certified lymphedema therapist from the University of South Alabama. And when you called me this morning, I could hear that Alabama accent going. So I just loved it. And you are really big into using our weight management line, TLS. I know you are actually with the company. You've been recognized as one of the top providers, which I don't know how you fit that all in with 4 kids. And so making that work is amazing. And then you own, what is this? What is Fit Body Boot Camps or To Be Fit Body Boot Camps? Are you doing the boot camps?
That's correct. They are franchises, yes. So
wow.
We have branched way beyond our therapy practice.
That's
to now providing fitness in addition to the TLS system, and it's not magic, it's science, but it's working. Right?
True. It is. That's the good thing. It's not like you have to believe in weight loss, right? It's just if you follow the system, it's gonna work. Yeah. But let's talk a little bit about, because April, I mean, I know today is the last day of the month, but just to kind of come full circle with our theme here with nutraMetrix, we've been talking about doing some spring cleaning out our bodies, cleaning out our homes. And I think with TLS, that all starts with detox. So who should detox? How do we know? And how often should we detox? What's in your clinical experience? Who is that good for?
Well, in my experience, almost anybody, because when you ask the questions, do you eat processed food? Do you drink caffeine? Do you sleep well at night? Are you stressed? Do you have work in an environment that has, chemical pollutants, or, even in our environment day to day? Do you take prescription medication? Do you not eat whole organic foods all the time? And so really all of us can really benefit from cleansing.
All right. How often can you do it?
We recommend that you cleanse quarterly, so about every 3 months.
All right. Okay.
Based on how toxic you are. Now, if once you establish the TLS lifestyle, then you don't always have to detox every 3 months. I used to do it with every class that I did, and I kind of backed off a little bit because sometimes it's hard. But you really, once you have that lifestyle under control, once you have the inflammation, and then you don't have to do it every 3 months. But most of us could benefit from it, especially after a vacation or holidays or something like that too.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite times of year to do a little detox. and I don't know what it is, but just cleaning out my body really helps me get through the spring and transition really nicely into the summer. But explain to me why, because I mean, there's so many, you know, fads out there, but I think that one of the differences is the education piece, right? So TLS, low glycemic impact, lifestyle, body composition, targeted supplementation, and the education. I know you're big on that education. We talked a lot about that, but what does it do for the body? What is a detox? If you can even break it down for me, that'd be helpful.
Okay. So, I mean, our detox is mainly like a liver cleanse. So when we talk about the liver, there's a couple of phases of detoxification. Because, you know, as we, you know, have our normal lifestyle, most of us are busy and stressed, and we don't always eat perfectly. And so, especially if you have weight loss goals, then your liver can, or your body can become toxic. And so, so with phase one of liver detoxification, you you use enzymes and oxygen to help break down some of the things that go into our liver. And so whenever that happens, though, that can kind of help, that can cause some oxidation in our body, like free radicals. And so we need phase two of detoxification to actually help move those molecules and particles and stuff like that out of our liver. And so sometimes when people will detox, it kind of, I get the sludgy kind of thing. Like that's what they tell me. But and so they feel sluggish, you know, before detox, and they feel sometimes inflamed, or mental clarity is off. They can't lose weight. Like, I do everything right and I can't lose weight. And so sometimes that's because of toxins. And so when you do detox, you know, we use lots of fruits and vegetables. We use herbs through our supplementation to help you get that full phase one and phase two detox.
I've heard it described as like the phase one is like when you're doing laundry and you pre-treat a stain and you get it going, and then you throw it into, you know, your washing machine with more laundry detergent, and that's like the phase two. The phase two is the actual, like, all right, now we're really like getting it clean. But if we didn't do the phase one, you know, we wouldn't really get into those deeper stains, those deeper toxins that are in there. So,
I love that. Yes, that's very true.
But that's what I've heard from my friend Sue Pasquale, who's our director of TLS, that she's described it that way. And so I think that's really important. And I also, I mean, I think about sometimes when we treat our vehicles, we treat our houses better. I mean, I know I get like the maintenance light of death on my car. And I mean, I'll never forget the first time I got my license, or when I first got my license and I broke down. It was like the first month. I'm in the middle of like Main Street, my town, and my car just stopped. And I called my dad, and he's like, what lights are you seeing? What's going on? Sarah, like, did you ever consider that maybe the car needed an oil change? And I don't know if anyone else's car has ever broken down because they failed to get an oil change. But I mean, you think about like our bodies are going to do the same thing if you don't clear out the filters, right? I mean, that's what I think. So, I mean, are you finding people that through even your boot camp franchise that, you know, you're watching them and that they're just not progressing? Like, how can you tell based on what people are saying to you that they need a detox?
Yes. A lot of folks that come to our the fitness facilities, you know, have weight loss goals, or sometimes, you know, there's just health goals. And, you know, we really promote or encourage everyone to detox, especially in the beginning. Now, sometimes in our challenges, like the challenge we have going on right now, we're actually cleaning up your diet a couple of weeks or a week beforehand, and then kind of practicing so that they can continue to do boot camp. And then we go into a cleanse. But so it helps kind of jumpstart their weight loss again. It also helps so that they're already clean a little bit, rather than going straight from sodas to boot camp and to a cleanse. So sometimes we kind of ease into it. but it really helps jumpstart the weight loss, helps the cravings, carb cravings, help cleanse your palate so that you taste your food again. You know, green beans and strawberries and stuff like that taste sweet. They don't taste sweet when we're drinking Cokes and eating sweets and stuff. But, you know, when you really clean up your diet and you really detox that palate, all of a sudden you enjoy your food. Now, we do have some that have pretty significant detox symptoms sometimes. And that's where you can see the toxins leaving your body, besides the symptoms, of course, with bowel cleansing, as we talk a lot about that. But we also see sometimes your breath will change during detox, and so sometimes your skin will change, so that, you know, we've seen people break out and that sort of thing. And that's just the toxins. But usually around day 5, you feel much better, that you can think a lot clearer, so the mental clarity. You don't, you know, sometimes we've had people that have gotten medications just from like joint pain, that sort of thing. So we're really, it's powerful. We see a lot of great results with our TLS detox.
All right, let's break it down. I mean, because there's like a juice fast, you could just eat clean, but when we talk about the TLS detox, yes, there's a menu plan that goes with it that you can find on your provider's TLS Slim website. But, you know, then there's also some products. So we do have a whole detox kit or detox recommendations for products. But we also have a whole NutriClean 7-day kit with nutraMetrix. So can you tell me about some of the products and the ingredients and how they work?
Yes, the 7-day cleanse. I mean, and the easiest way that I like to explain it is, as you're detoxing, you know, bad things out, we're putting good things back in. So the fiber powder, probiotics and prebiotics and glutamine, things to kind of help rebuild that gut health, which is so important for immunity and inflammation. It also has some liver cleanse, or hepatic cleanse capsules that actually help kind of, you know, get that really good phase 2 cleaning like you were talking about. And the herbs that are included are milk thistle and dandelion root and buckhorn berry, you know, just different herbs that are proven to actually help cleanse your GI tract, your liver, and then of course the fiber powder kind of adds good stuff back in. To help that flushing process. But it's real gentle. It's gentle. It's boot camp approved.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Right. That is a nice thing, is it's not like you need to cancel all your plans for the week for anyone that's been through it. And I hope some people leave some testimonials below on what they've experienced from a detox. Are there any other supplements that you recommend, Liberty, in addition to the 7-day kit?
Yes, a lot of times we recommend curcumin, especially if you want the support for the joints or for, like I said, inflammation. We also recommend OPC, which is a high-powered antioxidant. And then, you know, sometimes we recommend core too, because core helps with the cravings and the leptin levels. If you're having trouble getting off of sugar, we have some people that try detox and don't do so well sometimes with the meal plan part. They'll do great with the supplements, but core sometimes we recommend so that it actually helps you feel full. It helps balance those leptin levels, balance the blood sugar, so that you can have a successful detox.
I love that. I love that. And that's what we're just trying to do, is set you up with success. And so I like that as a provider, as a resource, you know, as a coach in this. It is great just to have someone to dialogue with back and forth, to say, you know, I'm feeling like this, and what do you think? Is there anything else I can do to give me that slight edge? And, you know, it's all about too, when you feel better, you're more likely to stick with it. And, you know, we're just talking about 7 days for the detox part. You know, we can do that. We can take a week out, right, of our lives.
That's right.
And commit to it. And I think it's so important. And I mean, I know I wanted to talk a little bit too, just about this this time of year in the spring cleaning, and I know your kids are a little bit older than my kids, but I have a baby brother that's the same age as your oldest. So I have an 18-year-old brother.
Wow.
I know your kids are 18, 17, 14, and 9. Mine are just 1 and 4. But, you know, this time of year, right, where I'm kind of, you're probably transitioning if your kids are into sports or whatever activities, right? Where my friends that kids are getting their baseball pants out, and we're getting the car cleaned out from all the, you know, stuff. I just know I took my ice scraper. I finally took my ice scraper, and this isn't a problem for you in Alabama.
No, not at all.
I mean, I finally put my ice scraper away. I think we're in the clear, even though it snowed last week up here in Boston. And so I know that I'm also, you know, I'm transitioning my wardrobe. We're, you know, bringing out our white pants. And so let's just talk a little bit, though, about how you're keeping your home safe. I know we had talked a little bit about our great Royal Spa essential oils. I have my diffusers going. I use these a lot with the kids, especially. They love the smell of them. I make them little roller bottles. You were telling me you like them in the office, right? You use them in your office?
I do. That's we do. We actually use them in the gym. Sometimes we need, you know, we want the ones, and I forget the name, Susan. Sarah, you can tell me, but ones that promote peace and calming and happiness. And so we like to promote that we are the best 30 minutes of your day. And so
there's a balance, there's an elevate, there's a refresh.
Yeah.
I love the names of them. I think I have refresh going today. I felt like on a Monday. Refresh was a good one. But I mean, what do other gyms do, right? They're going to stick in like, you know, either the plug-in things, or the worst ones that I see are those in the bathrooms. And you know that people just get them at the dollar store. And I just wonder what all those, scents and chemicals in the air do. Because if we're breathing it in, same thing. I mean, I know Dan Wachowski, Dr. Wachowski, one of our providers here, is saying that, you know, our skin's our biggest organ for detoxification. You know, I wonder what all those scents do for our skin, for our lungs. It still gets all through our filter systems, right? And so why not do something like Royal Spa? How about, you know, the DNA Miracles cleaning line or our Snap Essentials cleaning line? Is that something you use in your home?
Absolutely. We try to limit the chemicals that we use at home, at work, because there's a lot of research about hormone disruptors and kids' brain health. And, you know, I mean, we really want to go as natural, as enzyme-based as possible, rather than all the nasty chemicals. We have enough of that in our environment. So
that's what I think. Yeah, I just think if you can take as much stress off of your body, and that's what it's about. And so, I mean, how are you finding your patients? Are they responding with detox, with the TLS lifestyle? What has this done for your practice?
It's transformed our practice. Whenever I guess it's been about 5 years when we started looking at weight loss options, and also just general health options, because we all had some health challenges ourselves that we were trying to support. And so, but our patients through the years, I've been in practice about 20 years, and our patients demographics have changed a little bit. Our demographics, things change as we age, and we saw our patients having more and more health problems. Obesity, of course, is an epidemic, and a lot of the things that they were coming into our clinic for. We are lymphedema specialists, so a lot of swelling and chronic vascular issues, that sort of thing. And a lot of it is weight related, or it helps whenever you have a weight management program in the office. Also, back pain and knee pain and hip pain, and just some issues that, that really, they were coming to therapy, but really we needed to treat the whole body. And they trust us, and we needed a program. And it's such a great turnkey program that we could implement, and we believe in, because it's worked for ourselves too. Yeah. But it's really transformed our practice into more wellness rather than sickness, and we love that.
One of the things I find is when a provider carries nutraMetrix, you know, just that they're a little different mindset wise too. So it is, I think, one of the benefits to having, the nutraMetrix label just on your practice. And it is that constant reminder, that you're committed to changing the health of your patients, one patient at a time. We have cutting edge science, revolutionary technology, make it really easy with our nutraMetrix web portals, with things like this. I mean, we try to come to you with the latest information in the most efficient way. So you don't need to go fly down to Liberty's practice, right? You can just share this Facebook Live with a friend, and I hope you do. I hope you remember to hit the share button and to send this to people that you think need to hear this message. So I'll just take, there were 2 questions. One of them, Dr. Witkowski had asked, how many times can you detox? We did answer that before, that Liberty recommends 3 times a year. But as you keep going with the TLS lifestyle, you may find, you might not need to do it quarterly, but so maybe just a few times a year, maybe somewhere around 2 to 3. But someone had asked about Trim Tea. I mean, Trim Tea, I think, is one of our hottest products that nutraMetrix and TLS has partnered with and offered. So are you encouraging people to use Trim Tea during the detox phase?
Yes, actually, especially if you have a person, probably like a lot of us, that is really addicted to caffeine or really likes caffeine. Also, if you have a lot of inflammation in your body, or you need some joint support, that sort of thing. So Trim Tea is such a great product for that. And so it really helps with it. Supporting that caffeine, that just a little bit that a black tea bag has, but also supporting the weight loss too.
And the gut microbiome. So they actually have been doing studies too that black tea, more so than even green tea, has an effect on the gut microbiome, which might actually, be part of its weight loss effect. And so, I don't know how you exactly study that, but that's what the research is pointing to. And as you said, I mean, and I know our director of clinical research, Dr. Deidre Mason, always says that the road to good health is paved with good intestines. So I really appreciate that you brought up the gut. So
absolutely.
We are just coming up to the half hour, and I know you have patients and a whole family and household to run. And I am most appreciative of your time here today. Again, I hope that people share this, because I think it's a great message for some spring cleaning inside your body and around your home. Thank you again, Liberty Freeman, for joining me today. And I hope everyone has a great day. All right, bye.